From St. Cloud, Florida, this is the Phoenix Rising Radio Network.
I like shady things.
Welcome to my latest experiment. This is a big one, the one I've been waiting for all my life.
Welcome to the Doc Show, coast to coast.
I mean, I think, because we're St. Cloud's first radio station, that we should be out there for the opening of St. Cloud's first booby bar.
We were on double secret probation, whatever that is.
Get him in there, give him a couple of big beers.
Anything goes wrong, I call abort. Everybody walk away immediately.
Weeknights, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern.
What's the problem between these two gentlemen?
What we've got here is...
Maybe we should have them duel at 20 feet.
failure to communicate.
Give Doc a call, 407-498-3193.
I want to get online. I need a computer.
The Florida Gators suck, and so do their fans.
You would need 3 promotions to get to be an asshole.
But now why do we have to talk about Obama screwing something up?
Because that's all he does.
Ask him to go in there with all they've got. Win just one for the Kipper.
Often imitated, never quite duplicated.
I can see I'm outnumbered in this room.
This is the Doc Show, coast to coast, with Doc Holliday.
Need some advice treating your guests to a great Thanksgiving dinner? Here's a tip. Make sure if you have any teens attending the family dinner that you ban cell phones from the table.
Well, everyone, let Grandpa carve the turkey. I'm going to use my new electric knife. Oh, I think I just cut off the tip of my finger. Oh. Turn off the knife, Grandpa. Oh, no.
Are you getting this? I'm streaming live. This is classic.
Turn off the knife.
This has been another Thanksgiving dinner tip.
Thanksgiving coming up very soon.
And I'm going to check and see if that turkey's done.
It just pops out?
Yeah.
Thanks for the memories.
According to airline experts, around 25 million passengers are expected to fly home for Thanksgiving. 6 hours sitting in a tiny seat, crammed between 2 weirdos. Plus, you have to fly there.
Need some advice treating your guests to a great Thanksgiving dinner? Here's a tip. Don't even bring up the elephant in the room.
Mother, this is delicious. You know, I wonder if President Trump will continue to pardon a turkey each year. Could you pass the yams? Thank you.
This has been another Thanksgiving dinner tip.
I wish we could skip from Monday straight to the weekend.
A winter storm that's caused whiteout conditions across the upper Midwest is moving east.
Global warming is going to kill us all.
Few choice insults ought to get things going.
Showtime. He can't get out of bed for a Thanksgiving meal. He's down for the count.
I'll eat anything for $100.
For new artist of the year,
Zaddy Zays!
4th favorite electronic dance music artist,
The Chainsmokers!
4th favorite rap hip-hop album,
Drake!
4th favorite rap hip-hop artist,
Drake!
4th favorite country song, Tim McGraw! Humble and Kind! 4th favorite country duo or group, 4th favorite pop rock duo or group,
21 Pilots.
4th favorite alternative rock artist,
21 Pilots.
4th favorite pop rock female artist,
Selena Gomez.
Artist of the year,
Ariana Grande.
Thank you, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or as you recall 2 months ago, Pokemon Go. Thank you, Old Spice, for being a good name for a deodorant, but a terrible name for a stripper. Oh, yeah. Put your hands together for Old Spice. Thank you, advertisements on the side of a bus, for letting me know what movie came out last year. Oh, that's it. Advertisements. I gotta see that, yeah. Thank you, Lifesavers Candy, for definitely overstating your abilities. Delicious. They're good. Yeah, they're good, yeah. Thank you, Rubber Duckies, for being the cutest way to teach children how to drown birds. Oh. It's cute, though. Yeah, it's cute. Thank you. Hand towels, or as you're known when I forget to do laundry, towels. There you go, everybody. Those are my thank you notes.
There you go. 'Cause I mean, what the heck? It's Thanksgiving week. Yeah, you gotta be thankful about something. Right? You sit back and you go, wow, man. 2016, what a year. It's crazy. You know, you got some lunatic like Hillary Clinton wanting to be president of the United States. A fine, upstanding businessman from New York who's going to build a wall. I like his appointments, too. We might be able to get into some of that. I watched a little over the week. I mean, you know what? In the fall, and if you know me, and many of you do, you should know me very well. It's all about the football. The NFL football. It's about the college football. I like high school football, but that's, Friday night I'm on the air. I watch replays. Believe it or not, I love football so much. I actually watch, Bright House replays of Winter Park plays Apopka.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'll sit there and watch it. Going, man, those are little dudes. Because I'm used to watching the NFL, naturally. And,
but you know what? Those are the kids that are going to be in the NFL someday. Well, some of them may be, so you never know.
1 out of every 100,000. And you know what? You still take the chance if you have any athletic ability because you could be the one. I tell people all the time, man, I got money problems. Man, I got no money. And I said, look at that Powerball sign up there. $485 million. Yeah, but you know what the chances of winning Powerball? I said, I know I've heard the chances, but there's a 1 in, who cares what the other number is? Somebody has to, I swear, I've pulled my hair out, and I got it cut so short that I don't have any hair left.
So silly.
I like it better. I like it when it's really super short. And I look sexier that way.
Because he's sexy and he knows it.
I know it. I know. I'm a very handsome guy. But I've got to. Well, I am. I just, but I've got to have my hair done right. And
that sounded very Metro.
No. They're like, oh, I am looking fine. No. I'm not a metrosexual. I'm a man who has crossed 40 who can look in the mirror and says, you've aged pretty freaking well. Because I know, man, when I was a kid and my dad was 40, he looked old. But my dad, he had to work 2 jobs and things were different. I take lots of supplements and vitamins and only eat protein. They didn't know how to eat back then, and they did. And the men would die at 65.
I still don't know how to eat.
And I've tried to tell you, I give up on you. I've washed my hands of you. I
can't just eat meat. It's boring.
It's not boring.
It is absolutely boring.
You were born a carnivore from a carnivore family.
I can't just eat meat. Sorry.
Well, then have a really good salad with it.
I'm sorry, but this week is Thanksgiving, and there's only once a year that I make grandma's stuffing, and I'm going to make grandma's stuffing.
That's great. Everybody's allowed to have Thanksgiving. You can't sit there and go, I was going to start a diet, but what the? It's Thanksgiving. The calendar's always trying to screw me.
Listen, November 25th, which is the day after Thanksgiving, ladies, I'm gonna put it on our Facebook page because this is for us. It has been deemed the official Eat Like a Gilmore Girl Day because you know what's coming on November 25th to Netflix. Woo-hoo! Gilmore Girls, A Year in Life. Yay!
I gotta think there's people who have bleeding ears right now.
No. You don't understand.
I really do. Maybe I think too much of myself as a broadcaster. But when I hear you do that,
big thing.
I just go, ugh.
This is a big thing. Don't you see all the posts on Facebook?
I only see you and Marlene posting back and forth. We're going to make, because he lost a bet, we're making Doc watch 4 hours of the Gilmore Girls.
You will be a better man for it.
I won't even pay attention to it because
You remind me of Luke.
Who's Luke?
Luke is the grumpy guy that owns the diner.
He's a grumpy guy that owns a diner. I'm not a grumpy guy, though. I can be very happy. When the New York Football Giants won...
And he always wears his baseball cap backwards, and he wears flannels because it takes place in Connecticut, so it's cold. And
they beat the Bears over the weekend.
He gets the hot chick.
Well, yeah, I've done that too. You know, hey, grumpy guys can get hot chicks. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not always grumpy. It's simply, I do this for a living. I look at the headlines. I look at what's to talk about, you know, and I look and I got questions. So many questions. The stuff, and I'll admit when I don't know something, and it's rare, because I'm so well read, and I read so much, and I go every little place, every possible place that my computer will let me go, and then I'll go to Roku, and I'll look up some of the educational channels and the breaking news channels. Well, because fake news is all, Obama is talking about. He's going to stop fake news. Hey, I got news for you. No pun intended. It was a bad pun anyway, but it wasn't intended.
Oh, well, there you go.
Fake news was brought to you by what they called the mainstream media. The mainstream media.
Do you have some of my hot chocolate?
And I wouldn't even call them mainstream. Mainstream, to me, is turning on Channel 2 here in town. That's Orlando, WESH, or 6 or 9. What you get is a lot of local news, and you don't get opinions. You get the news right down the middle. They stay away from the Middle East stuff. You don't hear much about this war that we're losing again, by the way. We decided to go fight ISIS ourselves. I don't mean ourselves. We took some Iraqi rebel troops, and they can't fight worth a damn. And we went over there, and we're going to free Mosul because the head of ISIS is allegedly there. If the head of ISIS is in Mosul, bomb Mosul. Don't let all our guys keep getting killed. And this was after, of course, Obama says no boots on the ground. This kind of stuff drives me nuts because nobody else can see it. I'll bring this up. And they'll say, no. Oh, God. And if you accidentally talk to a liberal, oh, Jesus.
They're hard to talk to.
We're not at war. I said, yeah, man, he put us back in war. And we're losing. ISIS is pushing what they call the Iraqi rebels and a little help from the United States of America to the tune of 5,000 troops. And we're getting people killed. And he wants to talk about the news that got Donald Trump elected was what you heard me talking about. It's what you heard if you listen to Russ. Some people don't like Russ. Some people don't like me. You listen to Alex Jones before this show, you're probably better informed than most people. You listen to Levin or Michael Savage. That's the truth. We're guys that lean to the right because the right is the only ones that are going to tell you the truth. I'm not talking this. Now they call us the alt-right, which I have no idea.
What's the alt-right?
I have no clue. What they're trying to say is that we're so far over, we're nuts. Hey, man.
Oh, kind of like a left-wing liberal.
I had to put a friend down this weekend because he got on my nerves, and this man's been a friend of mine for a very long time. We worked together. I hired him twice.
Oh, is this who I think it is?
And he jumped on my ass and called me an alt-right,
That's what you get for hiring people, giving them a chance.
Kill all the Muslims. Everybody's bad but white people. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? That's not what the right stands for. We don't want any more of the nasty Mexicans coming over the border because they're coming out of a nasty country. Which, and by the way, I don't care. I went to one of the ports on a cruise and it was good. Yeah, well, how about if you'd have traveled 2 blocks inward? It would not have been good, and you probably would have been killed. Mexico is a horrible place. We have an NFL team. We have 2 NFL teams in Mexico, and they've been warned that there are death threats against the players. Now, mind you, Mexican men are approximately 5'6". They don't grow any taller. There are no Mexicans in the NBA. There are no super freaks like Yao Ming in China because the Chinese male tends to be about 5'6". And then they have a group of them that I personally think they shot up with drugs, but do get to be 7 feet. There are no 7-foot Mexicans. And they have threatened that any appearance in the streets by anybody that's there for the Monday Night Football game will be severely beaten. And I'm saying to myself, I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, guys, first of all, this is why we don't want you here. So you're going to have to turn your asses around whether you like it or not. The wall's going up whether you like it or not. And then you will be allowed to come in and live a crime-free life. But there are too many illegals. First crime, okay? But they give you that. See, me, once you cross, you're done. Go. You have committed a crime. And so they're 5'6". And I don't know if you've seen the latest NFL player. If you watched any football yesterday, and I watched it all. You see how big these brothers are? Huge. Even the white quarterbacks are huge. But the linebackers, the offensive linemen, the defensive linemen, and a 5'5" Mexican is going to come up and start some shit. You have got to be kidding me. Mexicans are so small, so frail, and can barely breathe because of the smog in Mexico City. They couldn't kick a punter's ass if the punter had both hands tied behind his back. But our NFL teams have been threatened by Mexican gangs. It's a terrible country. And it's why we don't want them here. You say, oh, that's racist. No, it's not.
And that's tonight's game, right?
It's not racist because we want our home as safe as possible. If I hire one of these alarm systems that you hear advertised on the radio all the time, because I don't want anyone illegally breaking into my house. Does that make me a racist? Because I would assume, well, white people don't rip people off. Of course they do. Especially crackheads.
Oh.
Especially meth heads.
Oh.
They get in there, they do the same thing. It's the people, the undesirables that you don't want coming into your house. Remember, America is your house. Okay? If you were born in America, God bless you. You live your life the best way you possibly can. Try not to commit too many crimes. It's impossible not to go a full life without committing a crime. If you have ever gone 10 miles an hour over the speed limit, you have committed a crime. So I don't want to hear all this goody-goody BS. Everybody does something wrong once in a while. But don't you think you have a right to protect your home? Or should you leave all the doors and windows open like Hillary Clinton wanted you to do and Obama did so anybody can come into your house? That's what the wall is all about. That's why we don't like illegal Mexicans coming in. Because they don't come here to live a better life. They come here to rob, kill. You should see. Go check the crime reports for Arizona. Go ahead, I dare you. New Mexico, Texas. I dare you. That's why that Sheriff Joe Aparo, who everybody's like, oh, he's so mean to people. No, he's trying to put criminals in their place and humiliate them. And he'll be the first to tell you that there are gangs that are actually, because the border in parts of Arizona is just, it's land. You can't see it. Or it's a road. And they come in shooting. So, do you leave your house wide open? Anybody can come in, take your stuff. Rape your wife. Rape your daughters. Because Obama's made it easy to rape your daughters. He's got that same-sex bathroom, locker room. There's your poor, 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old daughter in there, and here comes a pervert. Dressed as a woman. Of course they're going to be dressed as a woman. Because that's how he's feeling that day. And then turns around and rapes your kid. That is what happens. And that's why you must separate men, women, families. Only 3 bathrooms you should have. Your house should be locked. And you should have a weapon in your home should somebody make it in. But no! Let's leave our homes open. Yeah, leave them open. That way, we won't be racist. We won't turn away a Mexican burglar. Or accidentally shoot one once they actually cross into your home. See, that's the kind of nonsense that they were giving you. And that's what you call fake news. The real news is you lock your damn house, you lock your car, you lock your country. 28 minutes past the hour. This is the Doc Show coming to you from Central Florida. And we shall return after this.